Hey everyone, and welcome back to Brian's Horror Movies for Life YouTube channel, blah blah blah. This is the third time I've recorded this video, so I'm a little bit agitated right now. But this is my Critters franchise wrap-up and ranking video for my February series here, where I have all 5 individual Critters reviews up on my channel if you want to check them out. I'm going to try to be brief in my ranking and not give too much away or talk too much about the movies. That's why I did individual reviews for them. Plus, I don't want my camera to go out again and have to record this for a 4th time. But yeah, glad you're here, despite my aggravation at the moment. So I'm going to first rank these 5 movies from my least favorite to my favorite. And then I'm going to just give you my overall thoughts about the franchise. So, yeah, let's just go ahead and get into it, I guess. Like I said earlier, I have 4 of the 5 movies in the Scream Factory Blu-ray box set, which is a very nice box set, by the way. A lot of special features, but I'll get into that later. Coming in at number 5, my least favorite, and again, I should mention, I don't know why I have to do this, but this is just my opinion. So if you love my number 5 and you think that I'm wrong or stupid for having this as the worst, glad that you like it. This is just my opinion. So, anyway, with that being said, my number 5, my least favorite, has to be Critters 3 from 1991. Yeah, just see my review. Not a big fan of it, especially the characters, the acting, the writing. The Critters on screen save it a little bit. They make it at least a somewhat watchable movie when you're in the right mood and you don't need to think about anything. But other than that, man, I mean, this isn't a movie I see myself reaching for a whole lot. I couldn't stand the dad in this movie either, as they try to sort of recreate what the original Critters did with a family that lost their mother and has a daughter and a son, and the daughter is basically running the family because the father is just kind of pathetic, frankly. So that's Critters 3. Coming in at number 4 is going to be, ironically, Critters 4, the one in space. This one I liked a little bit better than Critters 3, but still not a great Critters movie or a movie period by any means. I don't mind that it's in space, as I said in my review. That makes sense because that's where the Critters come from, and it does have a better cast. I love that Brad Dourif and Angela Bassett are in this movie. They both do a good job, and frankly, this movie doesn't deserve to have them. But yeah, I don't know. There wasn't any critters in this movie. You call it a Critters movie, and I think this would have been better as just a sci-fi non-creature feature movie. I actually like the movie on that basis more than I do the Critters basis, because you hardly get any critters in this movie. You get the 2 little eggs that hatch, so 2 little baby critters, and then they discover some sort of method, some sort of equipment to make them bigger. But even when they make them bigger, you never see them. They just leave and blow up this whole space station. So yeah, really lame in that regard. But I was more engaged in this movie. That's why it ranks slightly above Critters 3. Coming in at number 3 is going to be the one I don't have the physical media for, and that's Critters Attack, the most recent one from 2019. This is with Dee Wallace returning. There's a lot I like about this movie, and there's a lot I don't like about this movie. Kind of like these bottom 3 Critters movies, frankly. But there is more that I like in this one, especially what they bring back in the franchise. They bring back the Critters Ball. We get a lot of critters in this movie. The kills and the gore is pretty decent, especially for a movie that was made for the Sci-Fi Channel. It's actually the only R-rated movie in the franchise, even though R-rated in quotes. It's a soft R. Kill Kreitz, that phrase coming back. What was the other thing? The Critters Ball, Kill Kreitz. Well, Dee Wallace, even though technically she plays a different character, Auntie. She really doesn't. I mean, she returns from the original. We're just going to go with it. So, but I didn't care about this young group of like kids, teenagers, early 20s. I don't really know where they all fall in, but they didn't do anything for me. The writing didn't do anything for me. But I did enjoy Critters Attacks because of the critters on screen, and I was surprised that they showed as much as they did, as far as the critters like eating people's legs and chewing on different parts of the body and things of that nature. There was some decent gore. Yeah, Critters Attack. the best of the bad and the worst of the best. So that's kind of where I have that one. Now we get into the top two, which probably isn't going to be a surprise to most people. Although my ranking of these two might be a surprise to some. My number two is a lot of people's number one, and that is Critters 2, The Main Course. I really enjoy this movie. I have a lot of fun with it. In fact, I would dare to say that if I'm in the mood for just a fun, dumb Critters movie, this is probably the one I'll reach for the most. It has more of a comedic element to it. It has a lot of nudity in it, for being a PG-13 movie especially. And it has a lot of critters in it. And the critters form that ball, which is famous, where it rolls over one of the townspeople, and it just leaves his flailing skeletal body there, basically. It's still moving. One of the great scenes in this whole franchise. The characters are okay. But this is just a fun movie that goes bigger and badder and gorier in some ways than the first one does. But it is a little bit more comedic, but I really like Critters 2. And then, of course, number one, not surprisingly for me anyway, is going to be the original Critters from 1986. This one has a little bit more creepiness to it, a little bit more of the horror comedy balance, I feel like. There's definitely comedy in this one, especially my favorite that made me laugh the loudest of the whole franchise, when the two critters are standing on the porch, and I don't remember exactly how it goes, but they said, the humans have weapons or something, and the other one goes, who cares? And then the shotgun gets pointed through the door and blows the one away, and he's like, oh, fuck. That just made me laugh out loud. Yeah, I love the original Critters. I actually think this is a better movie than it gets credit for. And I really love the family dynamic, the four family members in this movie. That's really what makes it, I'm not going to say an all-time horror movie, but for this franchise, the clear number one and the clear favorite for me for this franchise is the original Critters from 1986. So, disagree to agree or agree to disagree. But that's my ranking. Now, talking about the whole franchise here, a lot of these movies none of these movies are to be taken seriously, I should say. It's a little bit like the Leprechaun franchise. Although I will say, well, I'm trying to figure out if the cream of the crop in this franchise is actually better than the cream of the crop in the Leprechaun franchise. At the very least, it's on par. I think I might actually enjoy the first two movies here than my two favorites there, though, which is the original Leprechaun and Leprechaun Returns. The first and the last one, kind of funny. But this whole franchise, none of the movies are unwatchable. Even Critters 3, I could see myself watching it again no time soon. But they're just dumb fun. They're dumb creature feature 80s B-movie fun. 80s and early 90s, and then Critters Attack was 2019, but the premise, I should say, is kind of that dumb, cheesy 80s fun kind of movie. And the first two movies I really like, as you can tell. The other three movies, there's stuff that I like about each of them, but there's more that I don't. Except for Critters Attack, that one's probably, as far as the dislike and like, it's probably a lot closer to an even keel. Where Critters 3 and 4, it's more like Critters 3 is like this, Critters 4 is like this. As far as having things that I don't like more than I like. Critters Attack is more balanced. And then the first two I definitely like more than I don't. That's kind of how I see the franchise. I do know that there was a TV show or something that was episodic. Or not episodic, but like videos that were made. I think it was called Critters the New Batch or something. And from everything I've heard, it was horrible. So I really have no interest in watching that. And it's not a movie anyway that I was going to include in this franchise. But I'm okay with these 5 movies. Will I get Critters Attack on physical media? Maybe someday. I'm not in a rush because I like it, but I don't love it. So if I could find it for the right amount, the right cost, I guess I will, just to have to be a completionist. But yeah, I really like the first two movies. The first one, probably one of the better creature features of the 80s. I mean, I still like Gremlins more, don't get me wrong, but that's for nostalgia reasons. But yeah, overall, this isn't the worst franchise out there, guys. It's really not. And I really do like the box set here. It's got so many special features on each of the movies. So it is Scream Factory did a really good job with it, I will say that. Trying to think what else I want to say. I guess that's about it. I think I'll wrap it up there before my recording stops on me unexpectedly again. But let me know down in the comments below your guys' rankings for these 5 movies, if they differ a lot from mine. I kind of hope they are different. I mean, that's what makes the world go round, that we have different opinions and we don't all love the same things and hate the same things. It's nice to have a little variety out there. But comment down below your guys' order, your overall thoughts on the Critters franchise. I just kind of view it as kind of like I did Leprechaun, but I just kind of view it as like a schlocky B horror franchise. I mean, I ain't putting it there with Friday the 13th or anything like that. It's not really in that category. But for what it is, for being lower budget, like B horror movie, I think it's pretty good as a franchise. Not great, but pretty good. So those are my thoughts. Please like this video, hit the little notification bell, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. It would really help me out for the future content in my channel going forward. But with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this Critters franchise series with 5 individual reviews and this video of my ranking and overall wrap-up thoughts of the series. Stay tuned. I'm going to have something even more exciting for March. I'll be letting you know about that in a day or so. So with all that being said, I hope everybody's doing well, surviving winters. We're almost getting closer to spring. But with all that being said, as always, stay scared. Bye.